It's funny how desperation makes you take what you can get, even if it's the worst. The moment I stepped out of prison after 7 years, it felt like the world had moved on. Not that I could blame anyone. My identity was stained, associated with theft, vandalism, and crime. The only luxury I was left was my old jalopy and sausage sandwiches. So when I found the ad for a job as a housekeeper in Caroline's villa, I didn't think twice. No more sleazy part-time jobs at Hooters. No more drunken creeps treating me like crap. I just wanted something to keep me off the streets. The interview was unsettling. Caroline, the lady of the house, was a 75-year-old widow. From the second I saw her, something felt wrong. Her smile stretched too far, like it didn't belong on her face. Her eyes darted around, wild and jittery. Then, without warning, she let out this soft, eerie giggle that sent a chill down my spine. I caught her lips moving, whispering to herself, too quiet to make out. My gut screamed at me to leave, but I needed this job.
There's not much to do. Just clean and help look after my son Judas,
she said, her eyes widening.
He's been resting. My daughter Dahlia likes to keep to herself.
Caroline's laugh filled the room, a high-pitched, eerie sound that made my skin crawl.
Dahlia's a good girl. Quiet, though. She doesn't talk much, just stares.
Despite the weird vibes, I took the job. What else was I going to do? Sleep in my car forever? I packed up my few belongings and moved in the next morning. The house was huge, but not in the grand, cozy way you'd expect. No, it was dark and musty, and every corner felt like somebody's going to jump out at you. Caroline showed me to my attic room.
You'll start tomorrow,
Caroline said, grinning again.
There's only one rule. Never step outside your room past midnight.
The attic door slammed shut behind her, and I was alone with my thoughts and a mess outside. The world stuck with me as I lay down. I didn't sleep well. The sound of wind scraping against the old windows, mixed with the faint hum of whispers from below, kept me on edge. By morning, I was already regretting my decision. Ignoring everything, I started cleaning. The house was a disaster. Caroline and Dahlia lived like they had 5 lives. The filth touched the roof, dirty towels everywhere, dishes crusted with old food. The bathroom was a horror of its own. But my nightmare was Judas's room. He was in a coma, she'd said. So when I walked in, I wasn't expecting the stench of bleach to burn my nose. His room was spotless, like a hospital ward, but the air was thick with chemicals. Judas lay motionless on the bed, pale and sickly. For a moment, I could swear he wasn't breathing at all, but the beeping of the heart monitor reassured me. By nightfall, I was exhausted and passed out the moment I fell on the bed. It had to be around 1 a.m. when it happened. An ear-piercing scream smacked me right out of bed. My heart nearly fell off my mouth when the screams came again, sharp and desperate. Without thinking, I grabbed my flashlight and bolted downstairs. My steps halted outside of Judas's room. The door was slightly open, and the bed, his bed, was empty. The heart monitor was off, the sheets were rumpled, but there was no sign of Judas. My breath caught in my throat. Could he have woken up? Could someone in a coma just get up? A low guttural chant echoed from the basement. My feet moved on their own, carrying me towards the sound. I should have turned around. I should have run out of that house and never looked back. But I couldn't. My legs had grown a mind of their own. I crept down the stairs, one slow step after another until I reached the basement door. It was ajar, and an eerie orange light flickered from within. The scene inside had me frozen. Caroline was hunched over a wooden plank, her hands hovering over Judas's still body. The guy wasn't in a coma. He was gone. Gray skin, lips sunken, eyes half open. It wasn't Judas, but his corpse. And beside Caroline, Dahlia stood shivering like a leaf. Her eyes were wide with terror.
What the hell are you doing?
I yelled, not knowing it could be my worst mistake. Caroline's head snapped up, her eyes wild. The woman was possessed.
Be quiet! I'm bringing him back!
She screamed. Next, I was flung backward, crashing into a shelf as Caroline wrapped her claws around my neck. White spots danced in my vision, but just before a complete blackout could take over, Dahlia somehow swung a heavy candlestick square at her mother. Caroline collapsed, unconscious. Dahlia dropped to her knees, sobbing uncontrollably.
I tried to stop her,
she whispered, her voice trembling.
Judas died 5 days ago. He fell down the stairs. Mama, she wouldn't accept it. She said the practice could bring him back.
The bile rose in my throat as the realization hit hard. The smell, the bleach, the chemicals, it all made sense now. Caroline had been clinging to her son. We immediately rang the cops, but I was already gone before they arrived. I didn't wait for explanations, didn't want to hear them. As I drove away, my eyes glued to the rearview mirror. I half expected to see Caroline's deranged face grinning back at me, but there was only darkness. I could be free from that house, but I would never be free of its dreadful memory.